Recognize that your mental health is so important. If you don't, then I promise you'll be so distorted. Stiffened by your thoughts, that's a mental rigor mortis. I'm on a hard mission and it won't be aborted. Assorted memories will seem to be your remedy, but in your darkest hour, form into your enemies. Trust your gut, judge people off their energy. Cut them off quick and fast, they are limiting your room to grow.
You're listening to the Expect Effect podcast, and this is just a teaser. I'm your host, it's just Nakia. I want to thank you so much for tuning in for this special bonus episode, if you will. Go ahead and follow me at It's Just Nakia on Instagram and Facebook. You can also follow the show at the Expect Effect podcast on Instagram and Facebook. But most importantly, don't you dare forget that website. That's theexpecteffectpod.com. theexpecteffectpod.com. Life coaching resources, podcasting like a pro. You can literally find services to help you improve your podcast game or to simply just get started. Not to mention, if you want to be a guest on the show, you can fill out a form. I'm going to get back to you, take you under consideration, and probably bring you on the show. And then, of course, above all else, you can listen to our show in real time. Keep up with our blog posts, which, guys, I'm working. Don't check for me unless you got to check for me, in the words of Candy Burris. So listen, I'm doing the best I can, and those will be coming out. But go ahead and check out what we already have there. In addition, put in an inquiry if you have any questions, you want me to talk about something, let me know. We are going to get that going. Well, it is Friday night. We're prepping for Saturday's episode. I wanted to have this teaser up a little sooner. I apologize that I didn't, but I'm really, really excited for you to hear 40 Tons, the Corvain Cooper story. 40 Tons is a brand that was founded on the premise of what happened to Corvain Cooper. And originally this episode was recorded on Saturday, January 16th. So where we're picking up is actually going to be before any of the updates that I'm about to share with you. So you're going to hear about how Corvain was arrested. You're going to hear a little bit about Corvain's past. You're going to hear from the founders of 40 Tons. You're going to hear about the creation of the brand, what they hope the brand will ultimately achieve. And also you're going to hear us say a lot that we hope we have the opportunity to soon talk with Corvain while hoping that he would be released. This was again on the 16th of January. As of January 20th, Corvain Cooper received a grant of executive clemency and was freed from prison after receiving a life sentence without the possibility of parole, and this is all for a non-violent cannabis offense. His arrest and conviction is what spurred, again, the creation of the 40 Tons brand. We're going to be speaking with those founders, and you're really going to be blown away by the work that they're doing, the impact that this work will inevitably have on the community and those they're seeking to empower, and also just hearing the depths and trials that Corvain went through well before we got to January 20th, well before we got to January 16th, where we actually recorded part 1 of this episode. We're currently working on sorting out part 2 and securing an adequate time slot so we can actually have Corvain here with us and continue on the discussion. But Corvain was sentenced under the harsh 3 strikes law, which resulted in his sentence of life without the possibility of parole, all for, mind you, a non-violent marijuana offense. Okay, so this father of 2 has been incarcerated since his arrest in 2013. So that's a total of 8 years of imprisonment. And now Corvain has the opportunity to be reunited with his family, including his 2 young daughters. But before you listen to our episode, I want to implore you to give a helping hand. Corvain needs your help to fully realize his freedom. So if you're able, consider donating to help support Corvain in his reentry. Damn, y'all know how I do. So let me just back up a little bit. Corvain needs your help to fully realize his freedom. So if you're able, consider donating to help support Corvain in his reentry to society. We know often that prisoners are released and then expected to contribute, expected to jump right back on the bandwagon of reciprocity and have no tools or minimal tools to actually do so. So if you're able, please go ahead and donate something. All donations are going directly to Corvain and help rebuild his life. I want you to go to his GoFundMe. You're going to find that link on our Facebook page, the Expect Effect Podcast, and our Instagram pages. That's the Expect Effect Podcast. Instagram, Facebook. You're going to find them on my pages. At It's Just Nakia. Instagram, Facebook. You're also going to be able to go to 40 Tons. That's 40tons.co. That's 40tons.co. tons.co, 40tons.com. Get plugged into the brand, learn more about the brand, and you'll also find a link to Corvain Cooper's GoFundMe. We're going to have that on our page, and there's going to be a link here in the description of the episode. If you can contribute, we'll also have his Cash App and this GoFundMe. If you can give anything at all, please do. And I cannot wait to share part 1 with you of the 40 tons Corvain Cooper story. This is really just a phenomenal story of triumph. It's a story that doesn't just surround one man and a conviction. It surrounds a couple faced with an unprecedented amount of weight. It surrounds entrepreneurship. It surrounds family. It surrounds faith. And it surrounds belief that there can be a better tomorrow, no matter what you're looking at today. So I look forward to seeing you right here tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, January 23rd, Saturday. We're going to be releasing one of the most powerful episodes I've ever done, one of the most important episodes I've ever done, when we're talking about the need for change and reform in certain areas of our justice system. So let's go ahead and get this knocked out. I'm excited to see you guys here tomorrow.